You're welcome back from that short break. It's still Keep It Simple, and it's our main discuss segment. We're still considering the topic cybercrime. We started off with that yesterday, and yesterday we were able to look at, in the introduction to the topic, what cybercrime is, the platforms on which it is carried out, and the methodologies involved, like hacking, like Yahoo Yahoo, identity theft, and every other thing. Well, we have our guest in the house, Mr. Shobande Meshack. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you for joining us again today.
Thank you so much for having me.
It was awesome experience with you yesterday, and we got lots of feedback. They wanted you back, and here we are today again.
Thank you very much.
Welcome, sir.
Welcome to the program. Hope you're cool.
Definitely.
Your face looks more calm today than as at
Thank you so
yesterday.
much.
All right, so without further ado, let's really get into business for today.
Okay.
We rounded up yesterday looking at the safety precautions that website owners should do to protect their website. So I would like you to reiterate some of the points you said on that.
Okay. I think one of the things a website owner, most of the time, the website owner is not always the one in charge of the updating and the maintenance of the site. So definitely, we should be looking at the developer.
All right.
Yes. So one of the things the developer should do is to keep all the plugins updated. That's number one, because hackers can go through and outdated plugins. Then the second thing is to be very careful about the extensions on the system being used to update the site. So many times we download some applications, some softwares on the internet, and we discover that after installing the softwares, there are some extensions that comes with it, and automatically installed itself on the system. So a very good programmer should always browse through the add-ons and the extensions on the computer to check if there are some things he didn't want to install on the system and are currently on the browser. So the thing is, all these extensions are always there to either extract information about the website or to hack the website. So one should be very, very careful. And a simple way of tackling this is installing an ad blocker extension on the browser. Even if you're not a web developer, even if you don't own a website, but the fact that you browse on your laptop, you should always have an ad blocker, so that one will definitely safeguard you from your computer being hacked and some other things like that, which may be very injurious to your personality or to the computer you're using.
Yeah, talking about the PC, like the computer system itself, you stated that having the app blocker is one of those things you consider as a PC owner.
Yes.
What other things should we look at?
Yes, if you own a PC, the best thing to do is to get a very good antivirus on your computer system. And getting a good antivirus is not the last thing to do. If you have a very good antivirus, let's assume you bought it last month. For this month, you need to get your antivirus updated. That means you need to get it connected to the internet, then update it, search for updates, because the antivirus used last month may not be strong enough to tackle a current antivirus that's just been programmed for this month. So definitely you must update it on monthly, I won't even say monthly basis, on daily basis, in order to be able to tackle
new viruses are coming up. They are being programmed
almost every day.
Really?
Exactly.
I want to ask, sir, who are these people, bringing up new, as in, is there a human factor to it? These people creating virus, or how the virus just come about?
Yes, I would say it's been developed by the hackers. The main reason why antivirus is being developed is to get access into information on a particular computer, or just for them to be able to sell an antivirus. If I produce virus, definitely I must be able to produce antivirus. So a virus must sell antivirus. So it's in two ways. Like Amza, the guy that I termed as a happy hacker that I talked about yesterday. He was a co-founder of a Trojan horse, a banking Trojan horse, which is a virus. So without that virus, you won't be able to get some information out of a computer system or out of a network or out of a server.
Okay.
So they need it. They need virus.
Moving down to our personal and mobile phones, they are phones now are things that just almost everybody has it. What are there are some apps that I personally download, and they tell me that you to be able to read so they list so many things that particular app will be able to do. Okay. On the phone. Without that might not be the main function of the app, but could it be a way for hackers to hack into your personal mobile phone?
I can say yes, and the main reason why I'm saying yes is because if you didn't test your if you didn't see someone using a particular application, and because of the fact that the advertisers of the applications put enough functions that can convince you to download the app on your phone, and it has not been tested, it's not from a reliable source, and you just because of the functions you downloaded it on your system, on your phone. To me, I believe that's not a strong reason for you to download a mobile application. Just because of the functions. The main thing you need to consider is how authentic is this application. Have they done something of this kind before, or have you downloaded any of because for every application there's always a company that designed it, so definitely you must be very careful about the applications you download. Then you should also be mindful of that company that designed that application, because even if you go to Play Store, if you are downloading a mobile application, they will still suggest similar applications that same company has done before that. So if those applications are not reliable applications, they are not trusted applications, then don't go for it. Then another thing is, some people they produce applications to do two things. The first thing is to market, to do some marketing on your phone, and the other thing is to actually serve the main purpose why the application is being created. So if it's in two ways, that means you will just discover that when you're browsing, some advertisements will just block the whole screen. And you discover that you can't close it until that video is done playing. So that's just a way of getting into your phone. Immediately you see that, the first thing to do is make sure you trace that advertisement back to the application that is linked to. Then remove that application and look for an alternative application. Or you try and notice when the advertisement started popping up on your phone. Then you now try and see the applications that you installed last, as in that falls into that same date with when the advertisement started popping up on your phone. Then remove it immediately.
Sir, concerning, we are still talking on mobile phones. What about us that don't have websites? We use emails, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, all these social medias. How do we protect our information from being hacked?
Okay, I think the first thing is to use for email users, try and use a very strong password. A very, very strong password is very, very important.
When you say strong password, what does that mean?
That's a password that is alphanumeric, not even
alphanumeric.
Yes, that contains alphabets and also contains numbers. In fact, yes, and signs, and even space. Space in letterings in computer science is also a character. So if you are, let's assume my name is Meshack now, and I want to get a password from it, I can say MAY, that is me, put a space, put at, put all those kind of things that you cannot easily guess. But at the same time, you also shouldn't forget it. Definitely you should have that at the back of your mind. So you should use a very strong password, because currently there are some softwares that can generate password if it's not as strong. Yes, they are online currently. So if I have your email, in fact, they can even generate your user ID, your username and stuff like that. But the hardest part of it is the password. If your password is very, very strong, they won't be able to crack your password. That's the first thing. Then the second thing is we should be very, very careful of the way we share our personal information on the social network. Just like you have your date of birth. Yes, displaying your year of birth on your profile is very, very bad. Very, very bad. So the best thing to do is just for you to display only the month and the day, but reserve the year. Because
what has the year got to do with?
Your year is always on your ATM card. If you're buying anything, they will ask you to supply your there are some shopping sites like that you need to provide your year of birth and stuff like that. But the first thing they will do is just copy the link to your profile. That's how they hack.
Wow.
They'll copy the link to your profile, paste it inside that software. They'll generate your email address. It will bring it out. But now, on getting to your email address, they will see all your on your profile. They will get all your informations. Definitely, that's why I said we should be reserved on the kind of information we put as a public information for people to see on your profile. Then the next thing is to generate your password. So if your password is very, very strong, no software can generate that. Yes.
Okay, what about instances where you get to change your email? Like for instance, for some time now, I tend to go on my mail and I put in my password and it tells me wrong password, and I remember that this is what I used last time. Like I did not forget it. Even the letters, capital or small letter, I remember it, and it still tells me I have to change it. I've changed like 5 times now. That even this last one, I don't know if I still remember it because I've changed this for a very long time. Is it a way of people getting into your system or?
Definitely, it depends on the device you use in browsing.
Okay.
If you know that you remember the password vividly, then something is wrong with the device you're using. Okay. That means somebody is trying to get access into your account. Okay. Then the owner of that platform, they're trying to like restrict and locking you out.
Okay.
So that might actually be responsible. So you make sure the first thing to do is just to make sure there is no ads on your phone. There's no ads popping up on your device, either on your phone or on your laptop. So if that one is done, then another thing I would like us to understand is we shouldn't save our passwords on the phone.
Okay.
We shouldn't also save it on our mails too. No. We shouldn't,
because we should try to save it up here.
Exactly. Because anytime the phone is being stolen, that means they will have access to all, even your banking information, your login information. It shouldn't be saved on your phone, because if it falls into a wrong hand, it will be wrongly used.
All right, sir. Can you quickly talk about ATM fraud? I think many people are falling into it, and the instances where where they've sent some people, you just get a message on your mail or your phone that CBN has blocked your ATM card due to one, and I'm like, do I bank with CBN? Like, I don't bank with CBN. No one can even bank with CBN. Normal, it is like a bank of banks.
Definitely.
So you start saying getting messages like that. I want you to talk about ATM fraud. Let people know that what to do and what not to do with their ATMs and all that. I've had instances where I'll be on an ATM queue and someone would be like, cover your card very well, don't allow them to see it and all that, cover your chip, all these kind of things. What do you have to say about that?
I think the first thing to do is always understand that CBN will never at any time call you. That you should
send you message,
putting a phone number to call in order to change a particular. No, they will never do that. And to me, it's an old tactics of hacking people or getting information from people. So, but I think today, to me, I think there shouldn't be anybody
that should
still fall victim of that, because there are a lot of means in which these guys are actually using to get information from people. But sending messages that you should update your login or banking information is an old way of doing things. Then people out there should also put it in, at the back of their mind, because why will CBN send you text message? No, it's never done. So there are some messages we even receive that you even know that no, this can't be possible. No, it can't be possible. So we should always be very mindful of that. But to me, I will always tell people that for every hacker to be successful, you will be the one to give them an open door to get to you and hack you. But if you don't give them that space, definitely they can't. They can't
so
hack
let
you.
me quickly ask this question. When you said when we log in, maybe the hackers, they have our information and they're expecting us to log in or do something. Is it that they are always on their computer system 24/7? Just expecting us to log in, or how do they do it? Or they've already programmed it, and when they come back, they find the whole information being stored in their system?
Yes, they can be notified. There is a particular script that is running at the back end for them. So immediately they get the information, the code will send them a notification that so thing has been done. So you have access to it. Then another thing, we should also be very, very careful. Another thing is, if you want to, let's say you want to do a shopping, or you want to input a sensitive information on a particular website, don't do it on a third-party system or someone that you don't so much trust. Don't do it on such a person's system, because there was a time I came across a particular software. They call it a recorder. That recorder, you won't see it. It will be running on the taskbar. But everything you do, everything you type will be recorded for the person. The site, the password, the email you type will be recorded. So immediately you're done and you sign out, everything is just going to be saved on something like a notepad. So it will show every of your information.
I have an app like that on my phone.
But you won't know. So it is very, very dangerous to use another person's system to do some very sensitive things.
There was a program being placed by, I've forgotten the name of the program, by government to help youths. So when I wanted to register for that particular program, I saw them requesting for BVN number. I was like, BVN number? That is the most important thing for you to hack my account and everything. I did not register, but people were like, that is why they are asking for BVN number, just for you to get the correct information. You registered with BVN number and all that. This is a well-trusted site, that a program that you could trust, but anybody can hack that program. Anybody can hack that website and take your own BVN to do sort of things and all that. At the particular site, you want to, how safe is it to just dispose your BVN number to people?
I think you've answered the question. You first of all check the authenticity of this website and of the body that are organizing that particular program. So if you are rest assured, or you are convinced that these people cannot dupe you, then you should go ahead, because the only thing that cannot lie is your BVN. Because it has even if you're using the wrong picture, it has all the details about you. Your fingerprint, your picture, everything is there. So that's the only thing they can use to check if you're providing a genuine or authentic information. But I'm not saying that it's encouraging that every application you want to fill and they request it for a BVN, then you should be supplying it instantly. No. You should put up some security measures. Check it very well. Check it if it's authentic before you do that kind of registration. Yes.
I would like to ask that if a particular server or a website or probably a computer system is usually threatened with denial of service. Like, it occurs often. Doesn't, like, is it an indication that probably hackers are working on your website or something if you consistently, experience denial of service?
No, I won't say that. A lot of things may actually be responsible for that.
Alright.
So the first thing is the kind of bandwidth the website is operating on. There's by bandwidth, let me just look for a very simple language. So it's just like the number of people that can access it at once. If I create a website now and on the hosting, all I paid for is at least 100 people should be able to access it at the same time. So then, and people like 200 or 500 people now are trying to access it at the same time. Definitely, it will be bringing out some errors, and it will be cutting some people off, because that's what you actually paid for and that's what you registered for. So one should be very, very considerate of that while opening a website. Try and look into the future, as in not considering your present scope about that website. If you are building a website for like online shopping, you shouldn't be restricting it to 1,000 people at a time. That means you should be able to get a very big bandwidth. Then another thing is the storage. If the storage can only contain or accommodate, like, let's assume like 1 gig of files, and you've already exhausted the 1 gig, definitely your website will be malfunctioning. So those are the things responsible for it.
Please quickly let me address this. What are the information you should store on your phone, and what are the information you should not store on your phone? Because apart from this cyber hackers, apart from these hackers, when you have enough information, maybe your live documents is placed on this phone, and maybe the phone got spoiled or got stolen, or you take it to a repairer can take all your information from your phone. Yes, what are the things you are supposed to save, and how do you protect your information on your phone? Because that is the device most people use.
I think it's not a bad thing to have a device lock on your phone, either be it a pattern or pin. It must be on your phone. Then the kind of information you should have on your phone should just be restricted to the information that even if it gets into a wrong hand, you won't you won't feel that hot in you. She understand. So one should be very, very careful about the kind of information one stores on the phone, because it's very, very important. And another thing is, if you're taking your phone for a repair, always try and delete some things that you know that it shouldn't fall into a wrong hand. Try and delete it, because if you're bringing your phone to me and you're asking me to do some things, there's a lot of softwares that if I just connect my USB to that phone and connect it to my system, I will definitely see everything that is on your phone, both the contacts, both the messages, and everything. And I will also let us I want you to understand that nothing that you delete on the phone or on the memory card or on the system is actually deleted.
On the phone?
It's not deleted. It can be retrieved. Yes, I've done it several times. So it can be retrieved back.
So when you delete, it's just like, you're not only seeing it, but it's kept somewhere.
Yes, there are some applications that will bring it out back.
Wow.
Just like buying a memory card. If you buy a memory card and you started formatting, there are still softwares that will bring it, that will bring the first information that even saved on that memory card, that will bring it out. So but the best thing to do is, if you have some a very good information that you don't want to forget it, and also you don't want it to fall into wrong hand, please have a backup on the server. That's the most secure place.
All right.
Yes.
Thank you very much, sir, for this opportunity. Our time is fast spent now, but I would just like you to share with the viewers, your last word. Share with them what you think they can do, in just a short sentence. What you think they can do to secure themselves from cybercrime?
Okay, I think what we need to have at the back of our mind is no hacker can get to you unless you give that space for them to get to you. So definitely we should always be security conscious. We should try and secure, just try and do your part. Try and do everything that you can do to protect your information and to protect your login details. Don't save anything on your phone. I mean your login details, maybe your banking details, don't save it on your phone. And some, very important things shouldn't be shown on your wall too, on your social media page too. I think by doing this, you'll be a little bit secured. Yes.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Ruki Miriam, your last word, please.
What I would say is that just keep your information very secure. Your phone, keep it safe. Any information, vital information, so far it can help you fast, it can destroy you as fast as you can ever expect. So just secure your phone, secure your information, secure your details.
Yeah,
Okay, I would also like to point to the fact that some people share their personal lives on social media. Like you get to see people putting their current location and all that. Just try to play safe. Well, no matter how happy or excited you are, try to keep it safe. Don't open yourself. Don't open yourself. Don't be vulnerable to attacks, because people can actually attack you with all those things you're putting up there.
Well, thank you very much, ladies, and Mr. Meshack, thank you. So our viewers, I want to believe you've enjoyed this episode. You could join us same time, same station tomorrow, and we'll be here to do what we know how to do. Well, send your contributions, your comments to our social media platform at Official GovTV. We'd like to hear what you think of this program. Till tomorrow, I remain okay with it to Thank you very much.